He's drinking again. Let's try that again. Back up in this motherfucker. Trying to catch me slipping on a Wednesday night, but you know I'm not tripping. It's just Harris sipping. The show before the show. Here to put it down on a hoe. Checking a bitch tonight. Let's get Ray up in the building. Alright, there we go. Where you up in the building? All right, man. Back up in the motherfucking building, man. This is not another edition of TNR. This is a WNR. Off the cuff edition. Live show for 6/29/2022. I'm sitting here. I've had a good week. Starting my Monday tomorrow, my regular 9 to 5. Hopefully one day I can quit that bitch and do this full time. Once we get some sponsors, some traction, trying to put in the work. I have the episode 20 clip. I'm going to post that tonight. At the very least, it's going to be in the chamber, ready to go tomorrow. And it is what it is. I got to get caught up on these shows, baby. But thank y'all nonetheless for tapping in. Tonight's quick topic. The viral video, the welfare mom snapping on the motherfucking father for bringing only his kid McDonald's and not her other 3 kids. We're going to watch the video. We are going to watch the video. We are going to dissect this video. And me, myself, being in this similar situation. My first son was birthed, from a mother who already had a daughter. I was in that stepdad role. I took it on, man, for 6 long years. I couldn't do it no more. That and a host of other things. Nonetheless, me and his mother have a great relationship. I don't have to go through none of that bullshit baby mama drama that a lot of these motherfuckers have to go through. So I'm thankful for that. Shout out to her. And just seeing her tonight, we have a wonderful relationship. And in the future, it's a possibility. But we are definitely going to go in on that shit, man. Ray's tapping in. And then tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show is going to be a motherfucker, man. We're talking about Disney, the history of Disney, how cartoons subliminally program children, and the YG and Tyga female photo shoot in the month of June, Gay Pride Month. Is it conspiracy? Is it not? Is it a ritual? Is it not? We're going to dissect that tomorrow on the Harris is Drinking Again podcast. That right there is going to be an epic show. Coming live. We're going to start about 8 p.m. tomorrow night for TNR 023. I should have Alonzo tapping in, Fernie live from Mexico, Trucks. Hopefully all the homeboys tap in tomorrow, man. Mike Z, man, shout out to you. Making this a possibility. Shout out to everybody, man. Just doing a rough show, man. Ray, let's get you back up in the building. I just had him on. Harry's drinking again. We'll wait for him to come back in the building. Ray, I just had you on, man. But apparently this video that we're going to play in just a moment is going semi-viral, mainly in the black community, on black Twitter, etc., etc. But I said, shit, there's been many a times where I was in that situation where I showed up with only one item for my son and nothing for the daughter. But of course, there was many occasions where I showed up with items for both children. Joined. I see you, Ray. There was many of times that I showed up, and of course, just my overall support. Financially, mentally, for all those years. I mean, counted that as enough. So I said, hell, I gotta talk about this, man. And we might throw a little bit of the YG Tiger up in there, but I want to save that for tomorrow night. And just what this may mean. Now, coming to the stage. No introduction needed, G. Ray Ciavno, CEO, founder of Land Dog Productions, based out of Reno, Nevada. Ray from the Bay, coming live from the 808 on a Wednesday edition.
What is good?
Wednesday edition of the Harris's Drinking Again podcast, my brother.
Let's do it.
You know, man, I was sitting here. I had a good week. You know, I start my Monday tomorrow. And it just seems like, you know, this week is a lot of juicy stuff going on.
Yeah.
I have R. Kelly in the title. Apparently, earlier today, R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Sentenced 30 years in prison?
R. Kelly's been awaiting trial and sentencing in Cook County Jail for about 3 years now.
Wow.
He was just sentenced this morning, to 30 years in prison on a host of charges. Charges.
My question is this, because I'm not that up. I mean, I'm familiar, but not I'm super up to it. I mean, is there any type of pedophilia in there?
Oh no, absolutely. Most of his charges were with underage girls, and his most famous trial that he beat in 2001 was him peeing on the 14-year-old girl, the alleged 14-year-old girl.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. And in Surviving R. Kelly, I mean, he was, I guess, luring, or, you know, just he had a thing for young girls. You know, the documentary was poorly put together. I'm a fan of R. Kelly's music. Let me just state that for the record.
Absolutely.
You're never gonna free, you know, fuck it, free R. Kelly, free SPM. We don't support that.
Yeah, share. Yeah.
No, but I just say this. Because people, when you say, oh, you still support his music and you know what he did. No, I'm an artist. I believe that every artist has somewhat of a dark side. Every person, politician, powerful person has some fucking evil, fucked up shit. I'm not just gonna let the media sway me just because a story can come out about anybody tomorrow. Any thumbnail, you know, and they run with it or they don't. Yep. But I still listen to his music. Great artist. TP2.com, one of my favorite albums of all fucking time. R. Kelly.
You know, I would like to say something. I'm just the top of my head. If I was to, you know, if say for instance there was a way that our judicial system form of punishment because okay, you say 30 years, okay, yeah, does he deserve it? You know what? It's subjective, but when you do the things that you do to people, especially sexually and whatnot, it's not so much what you did. I mean, yes, it is what you did, but the long term effect of that, because that becomes a sexual dysfunction, and we all had it. I've got my share of sexual dysfunction, and all that. It does something to your into your persona and everything. That's the damaging part about in the whole sexual pedophilia, that kind of stuff. Killing, that's something that that you're gonna have to live like, man, I killed somebody, and then you're gonna go through, did they really deserve it? And then and they're gonna go through, like, man, they have a family, wife, kids, whatever. You go through that. But for something that R. Kelly did, where he did that, where, and this is what I'm saying, okay, if you are, I think, the prison system, if they ever have it already, is if you have some kind of an artistic ability. Because to me, I truly believe that people like R. Kelly is like a Mozart in his own artistic craft. You know, it's people like R. Kelly. It's people like Miles Davis. People like Thelonious Monk. I mean, these people, Mozart, John Lennon. These people here, to me, are created to do a certain kind of messaging for the people. But their personality and everything, yes, they do have a dark side, because I truly believe that in that part of that natural artistic capability, there is also it's kind of like this. It's kind of like when you've taken ecstasy. And what's ecstasy? Ecstasy takes your senses to the umpteenth level, to where it burns serotonin. And you're at that feeling. That's why when you're ecstasy, you're like, oh man, I put this lotion all over me, feels so good. You take yourself to the pinnacle of your joy. And then after that, when you hit that ceiling, there is nothing but down after that.
Yeah. Night after night, yeah, those endorphins and that
Yeah,
admiral.
and when you've taken your absolute threshold of joy and what feels good, there's a circumstance after that, and it's expensive.
Yeah. Well, they did say, I believe there was a doctor in the documentary that did say, now I'm not no weirdo, but I might suffer from this as well because I have a high libido. They did say that R. Kelly actually had suffered from like nymphomania, and he had like abnormally high sex drive,
Sure,
like just an insatiable um, urges. And a
sure,
lot of that I'm sure stems from childhood abuse, trauma,
sure.
maybe just being young and being exposed to a lot of stuff, like myself, like yourself. A lot of people, suffer from these things. Um, you know, um,
You take the word "hurt so good." I mean, literally, take that word for it. It hurts so good, like it hurts, but it's good. And there's something maniacal about that term, "hurts so good." Like, how can pain feel so good to where you want it? You don't want it, but you want it, and that's what it is. That's what it does for you, and we all have that. And that's why what I find myself asking a lot of people today in terms of that question is that, what is your do you have an escape? Some people, it could be taking a jog, working out, drawing, I don't know. I think we all have to have an out. And there's some people, in order for them to discover that outlet, or that creative outlet, sometimes what they do is they have to be intoxicated first, and then they think they become, I know that, like, hey, you smoke a fat freaking sativa, all of a sudden your brain is going, oh man, let's make this work. And what's interesting, segueing from that our brain is so magnificent, that, and we're only using 10% of it, Dakota. What happens if we're able to lock in just 0.0001% of that 90% of that 90% that we haven't used our brain for? Imagine how much power we have.
That was yeah. You're bringing up my DMT experience, similar to that, man. Or the movie Limitless, where they have that pill and it opens up that, you actually see the DNA, like you see the nutrients, like you see the roots of the tree, and you see it connected to the ground, and you understand.
My question is this: why did God put that DMT, whether you call it a liquid or a potion, whatever, on a frog? What was the purpose for that?
So man can discover it. And I believe that man in his true nature, true essence, is meant to be outdoors. A man is meant to be.
And another thing too, I'm going to ask you this: why did God, every time it rains, after it rains, why is there a bunch of mushrooms just growing off the ground throughout your trails anywhere in the world? Why are there different kind of mushrooms? And these mushrooms are hallucinogenic. They're therapeutic. Why? Why?
They have, as well as there's hallucinogenic fish, hallucinogenic, I believe, scorpion venom, different plants,
Snake bite, even some snake bite, I believe.
Yeah.
And
I would just have to say, honestly, man, when you bring it back to the olden days, where a man was a hunter and this and that, maybe the mushrooms, when you're walking on a path, they, these certain things, sagebrush, marijuana, they help you find your way, or possibly, maybe the soldier, some soldiers or some people were in trouble and they, or were in need of food, and they ate this mushroom and it actually gave them the answer to get out of the danger or the trouble.
it actually gave them the like that miracle.
Well, they say that, Joe Rogan has a great episode with the Paul Stamets. He's like a psilocybin fucking guru, and he talks about how mushroom is literally I believe the only fungi or living organism, I'm like paraphrasing whatever, that you can actually, so you can have one mushroom and you can cut it in half, and you can take that mushroom and leave it. I can have this mushroom in Ogden, I can mail it to you in Hawaii, and there's a certain time. Check this part. This is
grow.
They share the same. No matter where they are in the world, mushrooms feed off of each other. They share the same.
Oh, really? Like a connection? Like they're all related? Like they can all be relative? They're all related.
They've done tests, like where they'll take one in one lab down in Florida.
Why is that? Why is that? That's what's interesting about that too. If you take the after effects of a mushroom, and mind you, I get it. Not all mushroom has this aphrodisiac and euphoric whatever. Some of them are just, in fact, if you take mushroom for what it is, what it does is that it's fiber, and fiber is good for our gut, because those are like your scrubbers, and they scrub the walls of your stomach, because what you want your stomach is that, because if those food gets stuck in your stomach, they just ferment and it becomes sugar, and it becomes instead of being digested. So fiber, it just scrubs your stomach's lining, and it's like boom, and clears you out and everything. Your stomach is fresh and clean again. So if you're saying that, not to get lost in in my thought, but just piggybacking from what you're saying, are you saying that, let's say for instance, like this mushroom plays really good music, this mushroom writes really well, this mushroom plays bass really well, and they infuse them together, and together they all have shared.
Oh my God! See Ray, this goes into tomorrow's topic. Why do you think in the Smurfs they have mushrooms played a big part in the Smurfs? Remember in the Smurfs cards, the programming. Not only every Smurf had his own little thing, but the mushrooms they had didn't they have little magical powers or some sort of
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Smurfs. Yeah.
Smurfs and mushrooms? They go hand in hand, man. And cartoon and subliminalism. So we're
Hey,
gonna
man.
do some research there because the truth is hidden in plain sight. This is why I am a proud conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat, and
Yep.
I do not subscribe to nothing that America has taught us because it's all lies and bullshit. And most of what they taught us is the exact opposite. And I will not be fooled. They show everything through television and movies and cartoons in advance.
I would like to get the statistics of how many people after watching Looney Tunes and all the other stuff. And I'm okay. I'm a little partial. There was a time when Looney Tunes became too over modern. I didn't really like that. I like the old school Looney Tunes, the one they made in the 50s, maybe early 60s, stuff like that. I
Well,
remember after watching cartoons, Looney Tunes especially. Man, I always have this urgency to like whack off or something, man. Something sexual about that shit. Like
okay.
like you want to whack off. I mean,
No,
have you been to that feeling too?
yeah. Well, not necessarily that feeling, but there is a very. I want to save this for tomorrow, man. I want to
I
save this,
feel like a pervert all of a sudden.
but I
Yeah.
have some actual. We're gonna watch a video tonight. We're gonna watch a video of this that I sent you of the welfare mom. Tomorrow night show for those who are just tuning in. Um, I see we have a couple people that just tapped in. Thank you. Like, subscribe. We're talking about R. Kelly and the little welfare mom that snapped on a father for bringing his child food and not her other three little bastard kids. But we haven't gotten to that topic yet. Um, I
Yeah. You want to see that for tomorrow? Or you want to touch upon it right now?
no, that's tonight. But tomorrow is the Looney Tunes and why.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but a little
Yeah. Yeah.
because I don't know if I can find the video on YouTube, but it is out there. They start every cartoon with either a penis or a vagina. Literally, they literally write a vagina. There's dude he shows you every cartoon that was ever produced from 19 whatever 64 and all that era. They
Yeah.
draw a penis. Literally, they start with a penis and a vagina.
What?
That is why, yes, and
Is
and I
that
believe,
why after I watch a good Looney Tune cartoon, after a while, after school, I feel like I gotta whack off and shit?
yes, and we've already touched on this.
Not that I'm complaining about that though. Not that I'm complaining about that,
Well,
because when you're young like that, you know what?
well,
Yeah,
but see, that goes into the whole Disney pedophilia and stuff,
it gets rid of a lot of your attention because you're a dude, yeah. So
and
yeah,
I don't want to get too much into that tonight, but tomorrow night we're gonna go in also on the Nickelodeon producer that shows feet, and he's an alleged pedo filer as well, and the
he's a pit man.
history of
Yo,
Disney and the MK Ultra grooming process in which Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake and all those people went through,
right.
and the actual process that they have in Hollywood. You can find this on YouTube. This information is out there. Corey was his name Corey Helms or
Yeah,
Corey
Corey Helms. Yeah. I'm not lean on me.
a whole
Stand by me. That
stand by me, a
one.
whole bunch of shit in the 80s,
Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
And his life has been in danger. Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid. Yeah.
Is he, talk about the Hollywood star whackers and stuff. This is nothing new, man.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of getting people to really accept it. That's all it is. It's like we accept all this other bullshit that they're throwing down our throat. We need to accept the actual truth that is in our face that they try to make you think is a quack, or your friend's a quack, your neighbor's a quack when he's talking that real shit.
You know what I'm also thinking too is that, I mean, okay, so are we in this era of exposure
Drink it again.
because we have the technology to provide that? I mean, every smartphone has a camera, so I can understand why there's an increase in editing system software, whatever, microphones, headphones. Everyone's doing this now, and information is so fast and quick and easy to do now. Publishing is definitely easy. Are we just going through that phase right now? That's why all of this stuff is coming out, because I wanna look on the other side of that, and how can we take what's going on right now and create something super substantial
Yeah.
that's gonna help it move forward. And that's the reason why, for me, why I support what you're trying to do, because it's a new, like what Draymond Green said, we're the new media. We are. We're the new media. I mean, this conversation right here, how many times, like, our conversation on the phone is like this all the time. Why not? And then you and I always felt like, man, this conversation we're having, I mean, you and I'm learning from you, you're learning from me. Fuck. Imagine if this can go where people know, and now you can do that. Chime in. Give us your opinion. We
Everybody,
can agree to disagree.
yeah. I was talking with somebody else today, man, and I'm like, yo, bro, I see a vision for you. You got to be a YouTuber. And he's going to have a mechanic channel. And, and I just see so much of a vision. I was like, bro, with your knowledge, your wealth, you're going to have a mechanic channel and talk about cars, fast cars, engines, women, tequila, fucking mix some of your life stories in there, bro. Like, he's like a man's man, one of my friends, man. I'm like, but he's, not one of those, I'm not one of those, you don't have to be, bro. You just have to fucking be you and simply be okay with the fact that one or two people are going to watch, and, the fact that we just get our stuff out there.
Right. And see, I'm also, because and I'm also like thinking about that too, to where it's like, because think about it. Let's say, for instance, your friend is a really good mechanic, but I can understand maybe he's not the verbal type. He's not. There's some people that are just they're craftsmen.
Well, see, he was telling me today why he's having so much success. And he's like, maybe I haven't given myself enough credit. And I was like,
right.
I know that because I'm your brother, but people are telling them, man, it's like they like his personality, bro. And he's
He's one
of those guys. In that world, you still have to be, even in the grease monkey world, you got to be like, it's only a certain type of, I'm a bartender kind of guy because that's my kind of personality. I can still fuck around with the grease monkeys and talk shop shit.
Sure.
But he embraces that. Like, he's that guy. He likes to talk engines and torque.
He likes to talk shop. Like,
he's got big old forearms and, talk, blah, blah.
The kind of mechanic I want to have.
He's a man's man, bro. And I tell him,
like he knows what's wrong with your car from just the way it sounds. Like, oh yeah.
That shit. And not only that, dude, he's a good motherfucking man. He's a man. He's a man.
He's a real, He's a real dude.
He's a father, bro. Takes care of his kids, dog. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you can
much respect.
Capitalize off that, man. The kid's sitting there all day playing games on Twitch for free. We're up on Twitch right now. Shout out to Twitch. Third or fourth week in the row. Hey, I got logged into Twitch. I got everything. Also, Ray, I got business cards coming. I should have business cards next week, about 100, 200 of them. And these business cards, they're dope because they're hologram something. And on the front, they got the name. And they got the YouTube logo. They got my name. And then on the back, they actually got a QR code that you could just scan with your phone. Pop up, subscribe, throw the fucking card away. I don't give a fuck because most people throw the card away anyway. I got the business cards with the QR code coming.
No, but actually the thing is this. Now that you put the QR code on that one, can I add a little something? Like, you throw the card away, you can. That's completely up to you. But if you do not throw it away, what happens is that the QR code, that is a language that's already embedded that you can put into your website, whatever, to where it's like it's gonna help us. If, say, for instance, you're one of the few cards that Dakota have, and we have you on our database, we can literally just in the future send you all these promotions, these rewards or whatever. So if I were you, what I would do with that business card is this: keep it because it's gonna worth something. 200 of them, that's not a lot, but the QR code, spread that to the world. Here you go. Take a picture, dog. Here you go. Take a picture.
Hey, 200 is the first order. I can order 100 a week. It don't matter.
No, actually, it's the QR code, brother.
I got a business card with a QR code coming, and I don't
That's
lie on the
great.
mic.
Smart.
Hopefully next week I can show it on the screen, man. And we're doing over here, bro. No more all that talk. I'm gonna talk.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna show you. Yeah, I'm not fucking
Yeah,
around.
no.
Um,
Yeah, we're learning this new media business.
doing it,
You
man.
know, we're learning it. I'm enjoying it, man.
Just passed 102 subs. Before we get lost in the sauce, let's go ahead and go into the topic so we can get off the topic.
Sure.
This welfare mom. Now,
Yeah.
I put welfare mom in the title because in the video, from what I've seen, she says herself something about I don't get stamps until the 5th.
Yeah. EBT or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
So she said herself she's a welfare mom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, another black mom, Hispanic, same shit. It's
Eh, we
you
don't
know
know that really, but
different white people are on. I believe the statistic is
hey,
more actually more white people are on welfare.
I've been on EBT. I know how it works.
Oh, we all have. Hey, man, the hustle used to be.
Yeah. Thank goodness EBT.
Hey, Utah don't do this. I used to do it when I was a kid. In Nevada, I believe they still do. I'm sure you just go down to the DMV or the unemployment, whatever, and you sign up as the homeless, and they give you $200 in food stamps that day, bro. You spend about 4 hours in line. The fuck is that?
Yeah.
Thank you to whoever comment, like, whatever weird shit that was. But yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, man. And I would like to have that, not just that too. I mean, shout out to the ones that providing for EBT, but I would like when it comes to life's necessity like food, water, even medical. I truly believe that that is something that people need help. I don't want people to worry about that kind of stuff. And it's not socialist. It's not. You can still run a. I'm a capitalist, man. I love being a capitalist. I love to be able to make my own money and all that stuff. I love it, and no one controlling it. I'm for that. But when it comes to, taking care, like Americans should always have some good food, like good food, like
No,
healthy, like it would be a good incentive is to say something like, if you are from the US and you have some land and you want to grow I don't know, apples or whatever, that apples, because you're providing that, and some way somehow we can make it affordable to buy American grown fruits and vegetables. I think this country can do it. I think this country can do it if we can focus on that. But food is like, it's never expensive, and the food that you're being given is always healthy, and all of the food manufacturers, everyone's conscious about what the health factors are and whatnot, because the thing I'm thinking about is this, Dakota. The reason why is because we have all these labs and all this that's tested food growth and the ingredients in food and how it affects the body and everything like that. I get it, but I don't really think it costs that much to really figure it out, because
No, absolutely.
nature itself, it's not like our body was our it, think that
Bro.
Okay, let me help me understand this. Okay, the less we eat, the more our body heals. Now, how is that? That's how we're created. The less you eat, the faster your body heals. Answer me that question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's fasting is the way, we put too much tax on our digestive system. But before we get out the whole EBT, let me just say, like, so I myself, I got the 200 from Nevada, I think a couple years in a row when I was like just young, reckless.
Sure.
Oh, you can go get free food, go get steaks, go to the homie's house and shit. Fucking, to be honest, okay, the last 7 years, bro, I'm proud to say that when I got with my baby mother, I not only got her ass off, she was a single mom with one kid, but she was getting some assistance. I got her off all that assistance. existence, bro. Just off of my sheer hard work, going to school and then working as much as 3 jobs at one point, 3 part-time jobs, a full-time, part-time. I haven't had no assistance in the form of EBT, government, nothing. 7-8 years, proud as fuck about it. And I'm still content. I'm not on child support, no crazy shit, nothing. Just I still tell her too, like, yo, before you go getting on those, I get it. It's free, it's there. And I respect the people that got the mindset that are like, oh, right, it's free money. And okay, cool. I mean, that's the system these motherfuckers got, so go for it.
But there's a feeling there. I understand what you mean. It's like
I like, yeah,
yeah.
I like that. And there was something with me that's like, I can't be with a woman who just doesn't want to get, like, if we struggle, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Like,
we got to figure it out.
Well, I've been fucking, this inflation's killing me, bro. I paid $5.69 the last time I filled up. And, been going a few places. Like, I just buy groceries. I still go to the store, spend $200 to $300, $400. And but honestly, man, like, I'm proud, bro. I go up in there I save change. You know what I'm saying? I'll go up in there and count. I'm not ashamed of none of that shit.
Yeah, hey, money.
I'm not ashamed, and I'm not bagging people if they need that, bro. I'm just proud of myself that I got myself to a point where when I moved here, I needed that shit. And just through coming up and everything, I haven't needed nothing, and I'm still getting by,
Right.
And so, but can we play the video before we get lost, Charles?
Yeah, actually, no, let me go get me a cup of water. So I'm gonna put me off the air, and I'll get back. Let me just get me some water in my cotton mouth. Okay.
All right, I got some cotton mouth too. We're gonna play the video. It just went viral a couple days ago. We might be a couple days late. Woman gets mad, talking about she gonna expose her baby daddy because he only brought food for one motherfucking kid, and she got 3 kids. And he said in the video, I haven't watched the whole video through. The one I have pulled up is another YouTuber's channel, so I don't want to get in trouble. I'm only gonna play the first few minutes of it. Y'all get the drift. But I've been in this situation before, and I see it both sides. And I will go into my input after. Philip Countryman, I see you, man. We did not change nights. TNR is coming live in effect tomorrow night, baby. Stronger than ever. This is just a pregame show, man. I'm just hyped, man. I just love doing this shit, man. My Monday starts tomorrow. And it's been a hot topic week, man. A lot of juicy shit's going down. The R. Kelly, this little random viral video tomorrow night. Cartoon subliminally programming kids. The history of Walt Disney. Tyga and YG doing a video shoot for the anniversary of White Chicks, and I believe that it's some sort of a future ritual, and watch out for the death of one of the Wayans brothers in the near future. I'm sorry, I don't want to put that out there, but I'm into gematria. I'm into all this stuff. Tinfoil hat. I'm that dude, man. I'm up on this shit. I'm just pumped up, and I said, fuck it. Let's do a WNR. It's not even a WNR. It's just a motherfucking, I'm probably going to retitle it Off the Cuff. We're going to start doing these off the cuff shows. I already have one in the book, so it'll be like Off the Cuff 1, Off the Cuff 2, and TNR remains in place. I'm going to shut the fuck up. What we're getting ready to do now is watch a video of a hood rat bitch. Let's go there. Oh, Roe v. Wade. We got to talk about Roe v. Wade tomorrow. I'm going to put that in the title. I just figured out how to put the actual hashtag thumbnail in the fucking title. I've been fucking up. You're supposed to put the actual thing in the box. So when you click on the page, it should have a blue. It should say the hashtag Roe v. Wade in the blue instead of that's how you get in the thing. Forgive me, man. Fuck. Just a high school dropout. Ain't nobody helping me with this shit. But we got that coming tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a lit show. Episode 23, Michael Jordan episode, a.k.a. the world's greatest episode.
I'm back.
I haven't even played the video. I'm getting ready to play the video. I'm just talking shit. Episode 23 tomorrow, man. The world's greatest. Here we go. Motherfuckers. Let's go ahead and share the whole screen. I don't know. We're going to watch this video. Okay. Just went viral a few days ago. Shout out to this YouTuber, the Moss Network. I ain't trying to clout chase off you. It's the first video I pulled up, man. Then I'm going to go in with my perspective. Can you see this, Ray? All right.
I see it. I see it well.
Mix.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at?
Ooh.
Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. Them your responsibility.
Let this be a lesson to you.
Oh, no. Okay. You can just end it there. Goddamn. Where they baby daddies at?
Yeah.
God damn.
Hey man, you know what? That viral right there, man. That is real life situation that is happening. I just don't want to say in the U.S. I'm pretty sure that is a worldwide situation for a lot of people, man.
I know, especially in the community, man.
In the community, yeah.
With the, I do my best, bro. And I'll say right here on this platform, man. I've been it's been about a year and a half, but I'm like literally right down the fucking street. I see my kid every day. I have a beautiful setup. Only thing that could be better was if I had a damn acre or two and I had my little shed in the back of my studio and my family was on the property, man. And I just did me and I still went inside for dinner and I go in the house once in a while, but I'll just be anyway. That's still like a dream.
Go back to your man cave after
on my farm, on my ranch or something like that. But nah, man. When I seen that, I'm like, damn. Okay, so I have a little input on that, being in that situation. Thank you to the people that we got up in here. 4 people getting some traction, like that video. Want to see it again? Now. So even tonight. Me and my child's mom was at karate, supporting him, co-parenting like a motherfucker. And I even asked her, and she was like, so, like, what's wrong with that? And I'm like, well, exactly, I was like, and I remember having this talk. I believe I even told her, even in the beginning, I was like, yo, look, there's going to be some days I'm going to just show. And so apparently I was wondering that, though, when I first seen the video, this is a father who does not live in the home, though. My situation is different. Like, I'm still the man of the house. This is our family. But, like, at the same time, there was some nights I would come home with shit just for her from the store or whatever, clothes, and not for him. Some nights it was him, not her, and then some it was both. But it was never an issue. There was never but I did address it early on, and I'll let a chick know just in general, up front, like how I am with faithfulness or my views on certain shit. So you can take it or leave it. But I remember very early on in my relationship saying, hey, and then understanding that her father is where the fuck is he at? Oh, he in the same city as me? Well, where the fuck he at? Why did he leave your ass? Okay. And then simply, you gotta let these chicks know too, man, like, as a man, even from the first date, how you are as a man. I feel that's how we lose a lot of our masculinity, is right from the get-go, man. We're so gung-ho on the pussy, man, and on this bitch and everything, that we put them on such a goddamn pedestal. And let's be honest, man. Oh yeah, the Mother Earth and all this shit, you give birth. I get it. Yeah, thank you, women. Thank you. Yeah. But R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, goddamn it. Because it's like, when you assess this modern day relationship, men and women, and how we're trying to battle each other. Well, there shouldn't be a battle, but apparently there's a battle that they're trying to create, and men are trying to be women, women are trying to be men, and which is tomorrow's topic as well. We cannot hold on. I got sidetracked.
Well, you know what? Let me, like, while you got sidetracked, I
my baby mother's calling. I don't know if she's calling in to the show or if she's just calling some other boy.
What you talking about? No, I never said that. Here's my take on this. Okay, now it's probably also the way she communicates with him. Like, okay, obviously, okay,
This
let's
might be
reassess the thing. EBT is not coming till the 7th. So the late EBT, she got 4 kids in the house. One's getting fed. The other 3, they starving, they expecting. And because she probably don't make enough, because feeding 3 kids, I mean, it's a lot of, it's money, it costs money. And but she knew that this guy comes in only feeding 1 kid. She's embarrassed that she'll have 1 kid and then the other kids, and then the fact of that she wants him to consider that, I'm with the mother, saying that I'm with these kids every day, and they treat each other like blood siblings and everything like that, even when they're not, even they're half siblings, but to them, they're brothers and sisters, they love each other. And for them to see, and I know what my child is probably gonna do. He's probably going to like do this, whatever little he got from his dad, he's probably gonna split that up with his siblings just to help him out, because that's kids, they're gonna help each other out and everything. And then the mom is like, the way she's probably feeling is that she's been through this so many times, and she knows her fault and she knows what she's done. But a lot of times, and I'm not making this excuse for anybody. You know, we live our lives to where it's like, yeah, we know we fucked up. Like, it seems like every decision I've made in life, it was nothing but it was my own fuck up, and that's just the way it is. And I have to live with that. It's the living with that that's hard, because that's the reality of it all. So basically it boils down to, she got a child that's getting fed, 3 other kids not being fed. She already knows that the child is gonna probably split whatever food he's got from his dad with his siblings, and they also gonna starve, but they're gonna eat something, because kids are like that. They're beautiful.
or maybe not.
And the mom is like, perhaps instead of like, look, you know what, EBT is not coming to the 7th, and I got 3, and I understand, they're not your kids. But if possible, I mean, is it possible that you can buy maybe another burger, and then the other 3 can split it or something like that? Now it's up to the guy who's gonna go, you know what? I know they're not my kids. They're your responsibility. I get it. Okay, got that. That's been acknowledged. But to him, he's probably gonna be like, hey, you know what? I don't have much. I was gonna have this other for me, but I understand 3 kids, and I can't fathom myself. Those are his siblings, and those are his.
That shit. You ain't gonna understand that shit, Ray.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I understand that, but that's the rational way of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
It is the rational way. The more rational way of thinking is this. This is what I do. This is the type of motherfucker baby daddy. My baby mom just called. I asked her if she wanted to chime in and shit. And just in general, like, if you're out there listening, I don't know if she is or not. I still talk my shit. Okay, I have a few questions that are raised beyond the bullshit, right? I'm always a deep thinking motherfucker.
Sure.
For one, fuck the bitch, but fuck the dad too. Fuck the dad for showing up with that poisonous ass bag of fucking trash McDonald's. I can't stand that piece of shit.
What if that's all the man can afford for that? I mean, it's food. And plus, not only, listen, Dakota, wait, whoa. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? Put yourself in their shoes. I mean, they're in the hood, and it's like, to them, maybe in McDonald's, to them, it's like, that's a nutritious meal.
It's a necessity. I brought my kids.
I mean, that's, that's here nor there. But the fact that he brought his child food.
It's disgusting programming, bro.
I know it is.
It's disgusting. Okay, this is great, because I literally dropped off my kids' Subway. Now, I'm not no better or whatever. I think
Subway's better. I used to work for Subway.
I have a vendetta specifically against soda, and in particularly McDonald's and Burger King. Look, if it was a goddamn
to where it's like, because you can afford those other things, but put yourself in the dad's shoes for a minute. I mean, no matter what, he could be a scumbucket or whatever, but put yourself in his shoes. To me, the fact of that he's bringing his son, his child, his responsibility, some food. I mean, that's good.
Oh, that is great. But let me go. Hold on. Just because you said that, I will put myself in his shoes, right? I don't know if the video showed his shoes, but let's go back. Hold on, no, fuck that. Let's go back and assess the shoes, the car in which he pulled up in. Hold on.
Go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there.
What is this off the bat? Chevy Impala, something like that.
I can't really see. You're right. A two-door Chevy Impala, nice.
Thunderbird, something like that.
But is it his car though?
Well, it probably is, but it's bought from a buy here, pay here. The motherfucker's got about 18% APR, and he's paying about $450 a month for that piece of shit.
It ain't more than.
Hold on, man, fuck that. Hold on.
What's that?
Okay, can you zoom it? Because my blind ass can't see what's on the screen.
Well, okay, he ain't got much. He definitely got some raw specials. Hey, I got some raw specials too. There might be a little something. I don't know what we got here. I forgot it's not zoomed in. Is that a Reebok? No,
Vans, motherfucker. Are you doing some Converse? No, Van. I can't see that far. What, Timberlands?
Saucony's. What is?
You know what? I mean, put it this way: the dad ain't flossing, man. You already know.
All right.
He probably got the everyday fit. You know, he ain't flossing.
Now this is what I was wondering: is he promoting his own business? Is he an entrepreneur?
Okay, could be. He's from the hood.
I'm not hating. Don't get it twisted. And even if I am, fuck it, I am. But what I am is I'm just an alert motherfucker, bro. Because
that's true. It could be.
The first thing that I thought when I seen this, I thought it said something TV, but it says IV or TIV. Honestly, off the bat, I thought this was like a motherfucking hustler. I was like, oh shit, something TV, like he's promoting his own shit. You know, I don't know.
Because exposure.
What happened right there? Something TV.
What does it say? Innovative.
Okay, that's probably a clothing brand.
Oh, Innovate with the 8. It's supposed to be an 8.
Innovate. Okay.
Collection.
Genius.
Okay, innovative collection. Hey, sir. You know, let's go. Let's go.
Clothing brand. Okay.
We're gonna look up innovative after that. No. My whole thing is before I get off on a tangent, Ray. Fuck that. So we've seen his shoes. I can't tell his shoes. I hate soda for kids. I hate the fact that he brought McDonald's. But look, man. Okay, I hate this excuse. To be honest with you, bro. I hate this excuse because my son's fucking grandmother says the same bullshit. Because, I mean, just admit that it's programming at its finest level, just like the shot. It's programming to make you feel bad, to get this poison injected in you. I'm not doing it. Different poison, I don't know fucking money. Just I have my money every day accessible to me in the industry I'm in, but even at my poorest level, I just always hated the fact, like I just seen through the veil. But once you get to having kids, it's like no, granted, maybe I'm not saying I've never took my kid to McDonald's. No, he's definitely played in the playpen before. Well, luckily he got to. I believe that's they took all the play places away post Schmovid. A kid can never have an experience like that again. So it might be like a once in a thing.
See, for me, I'm a child of an immigrant. I'm an immigrant, so it's kind of like if all you have in the house is water, motherfucker, water, some white bread, and some kind of like something on the tin can.
I mean,
look, you just gotta live like that.
No, and
you know,
I get it, it's what you can afford. Okay, but look, are we missing the simple fact that, like, to be quite honest, bro, fast food is not that cheap.
Oh no, it isn't really. No,
it's not that fast. Okay, and now even though chicken right now, because I just bought some of the best chicken you could buy in the the cage free, because I do look at the shit, bro, and
it costs more money.
It is, but check it out, bro. I'm willing to pay that, dog. I quit drinking cow's milk. I drink almond milk, and I at least get 80% beef if I do beef. I don't fuck with that 73 lean with the 27% fat. That's that shit that will really kill you. If anything, give you a clogged up asshole and all that shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's my own conspiratorial head. I feel better about not doing that. But I'm talking about when I worked at Wendy's, eating the Wendy's chili. Don't ever do that. I will never do that again. But
When
even
I go
when
to Wendy's, all I really eat, all I order at Wendy's is the baked potato.
I don't know, man. I just had a mindset, bro. Even okay, I believe my kid was born when I worked there. She was pregnant with him. I
Mm.
I wouldn't. Oh no, even when my kid worked at Denny's, like he never has gotten soda, bro. That's something that I
Soda,
just
yeah.
he's trained, dog. I'm talking about we go to the restaurant. Hey there, little guy. Would you like this fruity duty delicious water? Just look at the bitch, water. Like, he just knows.
Yeah.
Just get back to what he's doing. I got this while I'm trained, and just because I know that he's gonna get it everywhere else. Like, I can't prevent every motherfucker from giving it to him, but if I can just instill this seed, hey, that's some bullshit, that's some cancer, that's some fuck shit. Even Subway is some garbage. It came out years ago. Half the meat is like filled with sugar and sodium, and it's fake bullshit. You got to go to Jimmy John's or at least some Jersey Mike's. You know, you got to pay. Everything's pay. You want better quality, you got to pay for it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't mean to go on a long tangent about that. Shout out to the father for bringing the kid McDonald's, death in the bag.
Yeah,
but
I shout out to him, but the mom, she just went because she panicked because her other 3 kids ain't. And the way she played it is that she put the blame on him, like he's responsible to feed her other kids.
I'm gonna expose you. Hold on, bitch. Hold on. Let me talk to this bitch for a minute, because it's like, yo, I'm gonna expose you, bitch. You're getting exposed by millions of YouTubers around the world doing this same video on your ass. There's no exposing. You're exposing yourself into the. No, I get it, dog. There's lifestyle. There's circumstances, right? But this is the only thing about the welfare too, and I think that a lot of the maybe would you call it? I don't know. I can't speak political. You know, they say, well, this is what the left is battling about. I don't know, but like those certain people that they do down the people that get the stamps. Yeah, fuck it. My mom's one of them, bro. Just the kind of the way she speaks about the whole, my mom's half a racist, bro. She really is. I love you, mom, but you are.
Yeah.
It's just you are. Yeah. Just some of the way but I love her. But
she's
I don't, yeah.
My dad's racist. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna.
And just I don't even say that as a bad thing. We need people like that.
Yeah.
You need people that feel a certain way, say what they mean, because they have a very good reference point. Like when they say, hey, when you're really working for something and you understand, especially if I'm trying to become a homeowner and really do good in the so-called world, pay my taxes, own a home.
Yeah, do your due diligence. Exactly.
Right. And so I'm starting to understand as I get older and enter different tax brackets and raising a son and looking at 529 plans and the stock market, all this crazy shit. I'm understanding why Americans, simply Americans, get mad when certain people are coming over the border and the government's like something so hard you work for is becoming so easy. Like what?
The system is devaluing your hard work.
Yes, so I'm starting to absolutely understand the other side's anger and kind of frustration, and then I'm sharing that at the same time, and I'm like, because
everything, even this whole recession, it's gonna hurt us middle class people, man, and we're in the middle class. We can't. We're there right now. That's where we are. We're in the middle class, and we're the ones. No matter what, the system.
The one thing I was gonna say though, for the price of that Happy Meal, what is a Happy Meal's got to be $5 at least.
Like six, I don't know, movie is 6 something. I'm
at least
sure 679.
$4.79 minimum. $6. You're gonna be to add on something. Let's just say you got to have $10 fucking to go to McDonald's.
$10, yeah. $10. Every meal is about $10. Yeah.
I'm not sitting here on a high horse, bro. I eat Subway and Del Taco. So if we're talking fast food below, like just trash, I fuck with Del Taco. But the last time I went there, they got rid of the buck and under menu. It's now the $2 and under menu. Huh? So you literally got to have at least $5 in your pocket to even go to a fast food.
Easy. And imagine if that is daily.
Okay, exactly. So this is my questioning here. I'm not mad at either one of them. Shout out to the dad. Shout out to the mother for sitting at home with those beautiful black babies, man. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and and doing the best that they can. Even
Yeah,
the
and you know what? I also shout out to the mother. Yeah, definitely,
yeah,
because the mom's doing, and hey, it's
it
it's
just
the seven.
it just sucks because you
Yeah,
know, man, why can't they just like y'all liked each other enough to let him stick his dirty penis in you, and then but yet he pulls up a few years later to bring the kids some food, and there's absolutely no intimacy, no connection, no. It's fuck you. I can't stand like that's what trips me out about sex, man.
hate the toxicity
It really
of
does.
it. Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
honestly don't know that part of it because me and my baby are
yeah,
always kind of crazy, and even when I still see her, I couldn't really. I do sit and think about it, and I don't feel right about it. Thinking about another man just lusting fucking her in the like. I don't like I don't because I still
yeah,
feel it.
sure.
Maybe that's. Do I love her? Do I feel? Do I care for her? Fuck yeah, man. I don't want to think about her getting back shots by some motherfucker just up in my crib, like, or just having a baby by another motherfucker, and if she's happy, great and everything, but there is still that why can't we well, it's just me pretty much. She let me, but yeah, as soon as I figure that out, man, maybe I can have a happy home as well. But I've always just kept it cool, man. There's not a lot of beef, there's not a lot of drama. I just say it how it is. This is how I'm feeling, and uh um but then for the
If
woman,
your ways is work, if your ways is working for you, and everybody's somewhat happy, nothing's really lacking.
you know, my
Yeah,
situation is very interesting, bro. Like she could call me even the other night, hey, so and so is that so and so. Can you give her a ride home? And I'm like, I throw my little bitch fit in there, but I do it. I still give her.
but you gotta complain first.
Absolutely, but she even knows that. But I still give her fucking. I still do it. That's not. If that's not I'm still doing
Okay.
for her. I still love her, man. I
Yeah.
don't want her daughter out there bad and fucked up. If I don't give her a ride, but my first thought was, wait a minute, this woman is still calling me to give her daughter by another man a ride home, huh? Why the fuck isn't she calling the original father? See, I never want to be in that situation, bro.
Mhm.
Bitch, and I say this just as a comedian, but bitch, you will never call another man to give my son a ride home. Fuck out of here. She
Mhm.
knows that. Unless it's, of course, uncle, he's never met you, but Uncle Ray or Uncle
Sure.
Mikey. But even at that, she's still gonna text me like, you're not off in time. I'm like, nah, just hit up Uncle Mike, have him go pick up my son. Boom. But in that situation, like, oh, I'll call my third baby daddy to go pick up my second child. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Right. Yeah. No, it's Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who knows, man? This is like you said in the beginning, an epidemic in America, especially in lower class,
In the world, I think this is going on just everywhere in the world. I think it's just life and
middle
everything,
class
and it's
trailer park.
or I have a feeling like wealthy motherfuckers, they go through the same. I can't say the same situation, but it's to me, it's the understanding and the way they communicate with each other. And because I'm not gonna say, oh, because she's wrong and he's right. Here, say I'm not gonna get into that. That's too simple. I want to look at I want to look at the situation, because a lot of times it's you know and then this is another, I just want to give a little plug to my podcast, Talk Teach Truth, is that we all need to learn how to communicate, man, or relearn how to communicate, because I'm going through my own personal, and my wife is the kind of person that, when she asks you something, it's got to be like it's, oh my gosh, the sky is falling, and and I'm going, babe, you know what, don't be mad, just ask me. You ain't got to be angry. Like, and I think the reason why she's like that is because maybe in her mind or in the way she grew up or something like that, her mom is that's the way, it's like, oh, I gotta, in order for you to do something to me, I gotta like be mad at you. And I'm like, you ain't gotta be mad at me nothing if you ask me for something.
Yeah. Hold on, right here. Hold on. I'm replaying exactly how he's helping out.
Right there.
He's getting food for his son, so his son can go out and survive in the world because you chose to lay down with the motherfucker in the first before this nigga that didn't have your back, and you chose to lay. Hopefully, the other 3 kids are by one man. See that none of this stuff is even confirmed or known about.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Yeah,
right. This is baby daddy number 4. But that's how delusional some of these bitches are, that you ask stupid, well, how the fuck could you? And it's just like, but look, man, I gotta be with a type of chick, and thankfully I am, and going forward in the future, I'm never gonna be in a ratchet ass shit like this no more, dog. I'm just not. And even if I fall down to the bottom, I'm a chameleon. I can survive, but like,
I know it's all a mindset. It's all a mindset.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow myself to like bring on certain energy. Like there's not, this bitch sound like the pussy stank.
Now imagine if that is, there's some people that's their way of communicating every day. And you know what? If that is their way of communicating every day, my question to you are people out there in the world, if you're a parent or a person and that's how you communicate to other people every day, whether it's your others or whatever, your children is hearing that. And then they're going to get used to that type of tone of conversation.
The other 3 kids in the crib, no, 4 total.
Jeez. Yeah, and then when they come, and then when they go into their own reality, when they grow up,
he's not finna eat it for the
they're gonna be misunderstood because they're not gonna know how it is to how real, rational people communicate in the outside world.
You can't bring enough for everybody.
That's what I'm cautious about, bro. Imagine the kids are constantly hearing their mother talk that way.
Yo, this was it. So you talk about when I come to bring my son food, I gotta bring. So I still gotta. But listen though, I don't give a fuck about the circumstances. Listen to the entitlement of a woman, and this goes into Roe v. Wade shit, bro. Now bitches have to be held accountable, man. For
man, exactly. Accountability, exactly.
And you go get your stomach pumped. You fucking heifer. You gotta make.
And she doesn't want to admit what she did wrong there, and she tried to pass it on.
Crazy.
Like she a victim.
This dude, like, so you telling me dumb? How is that dumb? So
yeah,
that's very dumb. No, we don't know.
That's very ignorant. Yeah.
Maybe. Now let's speculate just for 2 seconds. Let's say they are split apart, and because she said something here that said, if you're supposed to be helping me, but but so maybe they did have a talk at one point. Like, look, I'll try to with my baby mama, I try to help you where I can. Like, I'm never. First of all, I just tell her simply, and this is how I am as a dude, and any other potential women that want to mate, with me and stuff. I just tell you simply like this. Wherever my kid is at, though. Like, he's not going to be fucked up, though. So if that, if you hit me up with 80, pay my power bill. Like, I'm not tripping. Like, wherever my son is, whether it's with me, with you, he's going to have simple shit. I will work, hustle. I will fucking work 4 jobs. I don't care. Like, you'll have lights. I'll have lights. We might be on food stamps. That's cool. We're not bagging that. If you need them, take them. But if you don't need them, please. We don't need everybody on that shit. Like, seriously, there's a lot of people on this motherfucking EBT and welfare that have been on there for many fucking years that can easily help them fucking selves, bro. And I know plenty of family members and friends that abuse the goddamn system, bro. And it's like, it's cool, but it's really not cool, dog.
No, and really, not only that too. Actually, I'll give you a little insight on that, okay? Because I have plenty experience in that realm right there. When you have EBT, the minute it just go up just a tiny bit, it's gone. So if they put you in that pocket of like poor enough to where you can't feed yourself, but yet not too rich, and yet you're still not making ends. They got it. They got the mathematics like set like that, bro. And I'm not complaining. I'm like very, very thankful for EBT. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't allow you to progress neither. Because the minute your income goes up, then it's taken out.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with that. And and the way I'm saying is this: when your income goes up, all those years that you were relying on food stamps or welfare, there's a catch up to that. You're not on welfare because no, a lot of times, let's be real with this. A lot of times the reason why people are hung up on that poor stage, it's not because they're lazy, it's not this and that, whatever. It's because they're not making enough. And number two, because they're not making enough, they're also trying to catch up. They're also trying to catch up on bills, and all of that other stuff. And so, because I think our world puts it in a way where, oh yeah, the million, they're over here partying and everything. No, when you have a little money, okay, what's the first thing you do? You take a little bit of that piece and you take your family out. That makes sense because you know why? Because the family, the kids, they need to have this. Yay! All right, we're able to feast just a little bit, and we're gonna enjoy it because this ain't gonna last. Okay, we're happy, joy. That goes a long way. And family needs to do that. And then after they do that, then all of a sudden you'd be amazed. Then the couple, the adult ones, are gonna like straighten up. They're gonna be like, you know what? And all of a sudden their old good value starts coming back to them. Like, you know what? Maybe I'll go to church this Sunday or this Sabbath.
Wait.
And then have a little bit, and maybe I'll give a little tithe, and then I'll get a better job, and that's how it works. But to be in that, but the way the system is, it doesn't allow you to do that. It doesn't allow you to have any situation to where it's like when you're in that broke area, okay, the way the media is going, oh, because you're lazy, because you're doing this, okay, you see the and I'm just being real. I'm trying to look at everything from a fair point of view. Okay, so the woman has maybe 4 kids, and let's just say whether 2 of those kids from the same dad, irregardless, the focus should be like, okay, are you trying to better yourself? Yes, I am. Okay, now what are you doing now that is keeping you down? Well, I got 4 kids I gotta take care of. Okay, you could tell me I shouldn't have fucked it. Life goes on. That's just life.
Yeah.
If you really want to help them, and sometimes it could be circumstantial too. It could be like, the father of my first 2 born, whatever, is in jail, and they're, oh man, because he's a thug and this, and then we start thinking that maybe he's not. Maybe he was a victim of circumstance. Like there was a robbery and the dude kind of looks like this guy, and they took him to jail, and because he ain't got no money, they went to some public prosecutor, and then the public like, oh yeah, fuck it, let's get over it. Put him. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
And so now the dude is in jail, and yeah, you know what? And then it's gonna take trial times and all that stuff, and court costs and all that stuff. So things have a tendency to like snowball. And the way we're looking at it is that, oh my God, because they made the wrong choice. Man, let me ask you this. When was the last time anybody made the right choice? When was the last time? What is the right choice?
Well,
what is the right choice?
The only thing, see, with that though, we should have some sort of system in place to where, you shouldn't be, and this is, I guess, my political stance. I don't know what fucking field it is. This is just my thinking. That I wouldn't be opposed to say, hey, Dakota, I've been helping you for 2 goddamn years, like just like at the unemployment, you're supposed to look for 3 jobs a week or whatever requirement the state has for you. Now, most people just put in a number and a fucking, oh yeah,
sure, nobody just to prolong it,
but
and say I couldn't find a job.
But if the system in place, if the really elite motherfuckers, and we were really concerned about our money and our budget, there would be a double check on all this shit. The welfare checks, when you call welfare check for a home or a child, if you've seen a kid in danger, we would really make efforts to stop that. You would really, this mom would be required. I remember a few years ago, there was a topic about should the government be allowed to drug test people on EBT or welfare? And that was a hot, what? And look, this is a fucking drug user, recovering and current and weed smoker and all that. I fuck with that idea, because if I'm running a goddamn establishment, if I'm running a goddamn nation, and you think you're gonna go down and pick up your little $300 check and go to Jose and shoot some dope on my fucking dime, bitch, you better without. And this is what I'm saying, man. Hopefully, I could be a mayor one day, even through all this stuff I've already said in this podcast.
I have a question for you, Dakota. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can relate this. I can relate this. I'm also, I'm codependent myself, in certain things, so now for someone, and I'm not saying this is the answer, for someone who is an alcoholic or a drug and this is just my observation. People that get into that is because there's a point in their life to where it's just so harrowing that they don't like to think about that. So maybe the drug is or the alcohol or the habit is what keeps their mind away from that. I get that. However, I also, as a Christian who's witnessed people that turn their life to the Lord from drugs and alcohol, and all of a sudden became a Christian, and they're no longer doing that. My question is that what about that fine line in between? What causes them to turn that? And to me, this is just my understanding. I think each and every one of us have this certain let's say for instance, I'm gonna use the old vice president, Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney, before he became working for the government, Dick Cheney was a straight up alcoholic.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he found himself in a duty of importance where he starts feeling like a somebody again, that he strained out. And I think that's where a lot of people are. And and it's like, we all have freaking fucked up dysfunctional shit happen to us in the past, and I can get it. But I think what it is that when you that's why I ask a lot of people, what is your outlet? And to some people it could be like MMA. My son been considering talking about this. I'm going, why is MMA important? You know what? Because there's just some people in this life that are athletic. And when I talk about athletic, I'm not talking just because you're athletic, you're good. No, there's certain people that are just more physical than others. And some of them, and part of that is martial arts, because it's a sport. And to them, that's their way of coping with shit. Some are running, some drawing, some people music and whatnot, or writing or whatever. I think what it is that our system is that we need to come up with something that's going to make people feel valued. I think that's what we lack of. And our government thinks that, just give him money. I'll just give him money. No, that doesn't work.
Well, this is where I was going to go into is, if you left up to me, if I could just write some sort of policy, and this is kind of off the top of my head or what I've thought. But would it be, kid, look, man, I got a thing against littering and different things, right? When I take my son to I'm thinking different as a father than I thought 10 years ago.
Right.
So even simple things like when I go to the park or I go for a hike and I see trash on a beautiful trail or a state park, and I'm like, damn, how as a people, as a human race, did we allow this park where we claim our children, our babies, the future of this city play at? How are we allowing them to play in cigarette butts and trash? And how are the kids in San Francisco playing in needles and shit and walking by homeless every day at school and being called names and this and that? How is this happening? So with the money that's just there, now this is asking a lot because we're a nation of lazy fucks, bro. But And when I was a kid, I would say absolutely object to this. But it's just a thought. But if you're giving people money, right?
Right.
Or even if you offer people money, if you create, instead of that 40 billion that we're sending over to Ukraine or whatever, NASA or self-defense missile fucking fund that we're giving Elon Musk and all this crazy shit, underground tunnel project and Black Beam, right. And if we just took 10% of something and we even put that in a fund and said, hey,
no, actually, no, you're actually on the point there. The whole welfare and to take care, our country makes on our GDP, we make enough to feed the whole country.
Oh, dude,
10 times over. Good stuff too. Good stuff. We have that ability and capability. In fact, this is what's so good about our country too. It's a country where if America decides that everything food is gonna come back here, this country can literally self-provide for itself.
But would it be so hard to put together? And this is something I'm going to do, but would it be so hard to take a group of people such as ourselves, or make a job, or take prisoners or people that are awaiting trial from the county jail, not doing nothing, talking shit in the day room, eating top ramen, fighting each other.
Right.
Take them out, get some fresh air, have 2 or 3 deputies with shotguns and fucking have them pick up trash.
Actually, I tell you, no, you're on the point there. Okay. This is one of the things I came up with.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, no, you got a good point there. I would like to do this. I just don't believe that everybody in prison today, I mean, and everybody does some kind of statistics and everything. That's what Kanye and I think Kardashian is doing right now, where they're revisiting the case of a lot of these inmates and they're reassessing them. For me, if you killed somebody, and it also depends on that, I can understand it's a certain degree. But if you're like robbery, or maybe you sold drugs in the past, or you're part of this, and you did some kind of like a federal whatever theft whatsoever, you know what? I'm gonna ease up on you and then put you in a particular program, because to me it's like that's why it makes sense. And and I'm talking programs that's gonna be like that's gonna help me too. Like, I would love to see how many inmates are like into coding. Really, seriously, I would like to see how many inmates are into culinary cooking. I would like to see how many inmates are into like architect or engineer or something, or electric or something like that. I want to look in that first. And the reason why, because these people, they've been through crap. They've been through bullshit. They're freaking tough as nails. They've been in there. They understand. And when you take them out of that and give them something that they can own, something that, this is going to rebuild you. And a lot of times the people in prison, to me, I truly believe is that they want to be redeemed again. I'm like, look, man, I fucked up. That was me back then, but I've changed. I found God. I found my meaning. I found this and this and that, whatever. Yeah. I had to be incarcerated for me to fucking wake up, to grow up, to man up, whatever. I believe that. I truly believe that. And because if you do that for people, if you're able to give them a second chance, and that's the reason why maybe this podcast platform that we're trying to do, I mean, and we're inviting all the artists out there, because like I tell a lot of the people, even my pastor, I go, Pastor, let me ask you this: if our church, Seventh-day Adventist Church, is so into health, and we have hospitals and all that, how come we do not have a chain of vegan, vegetarian like restaurants all over the country, if not all over the world? Well, how come we don't have that? How come our churches, in the back of our churches, we should have apartments that have 2 to 3 bedrooms, and a laundromat and everything, apartments on there? So that way, some of the people that are members or in our congregation, or maybe some of the people that just need help and everything, and instead of going to the government, go to a church. And then, you go in that church, And then you know what? There's gonna be some fucked up people in there, and yes, they're gonna say some fucked up shit about you because there's a lot of ignorant people in church. I'm not denying that, but if you can take that part out, because they're toxic everywhere, and just focus on what it is that you need from that place
Yeah.
that's giving you a second chance,
Yeah.
whether that's
Well,
understanding God, maybe that's understanding God in yourself, or
so do you think
know,
that's what I'm saying though is like, I mean, first of all, with that kind of question, do you agree if the government said, "Hey, we'll give you these food stamps, but you have to meet A, B, and C requirements a month, whatever those were, whether it's a community guideline, a community service guideline, a
100%.
I mean,
I also believe in this. If you're incarcerated, whatever, and you're a certain age, I truly believe in this. And this is not communist, it's not socialist, whatever. This is all character building. If you're being incarcerated, 2 years. If you're young enough, you know what? Serve in the National Guard. Get some military discipline. Earn some credits and getting your VA loan or your GI Bill or whatever. So you can buy your own. You can buy your first house. So you can SBA. So you can open your business. So you can all of these good things that we can do for the American people. That we can do right now. But what it is that unfortunately, the people that's been serving the house have all been these people that probably came from affluency or whatever, and to them it's like that's why majority of our politicians now, like Pelosi and all these other congressmen, not all of them, not the honest ones, are playing the stock market, and they're getting all this stuff. That's why our system has been, it's crazy. A lot of things has been revealed right now that's wrong with the system, and it's fixable. It's just that the people that we have there right now are a bunch of crooks right now.
I see we got some new people in the building. Let me go back and replay this video real quick from the beginning, just for the new people that are coming in.
Child.
A woman exposing feed them, and her first response was, I don't get my food stamps till the 7th.
Again, give the problem, throw the problem, and you're the victim. It's someone else's fault.
But look at this. But you're telling me though, so what is that? The man asked, you didn't feed the. So I don't know what day. Obviously, this probably just happened a few days ago, the 25th, 6th, 7th. So you're telling me your kids aren't going to eat at all until the 7th? I mean, you don't got no food in the house whatsoever. So this man brought over food for his kid because he knows you're a broke bitch and you ain't got nothing coming until the 7th, right? But you need to tell me, even if he did not bring that one burger, one fry, those kids aren't going to eat till the 7th. So somebody needs to call child services on this bitch ASAP and get those kids some fucking food. I will take all 4 of those kids to Golden Corral if right now. What is that? A little $50? That's nothing, man. Come on, man. Like, god damn, man. That's what I'm saying, but man.
It's the way it was related. That's what it is. It's the way, it's the food, but it's not about the food. It's the way. The way it was related.
I'm kind of, my Monday starts tomorrow. I love my job. God damn, because I see stuff like this, and it's hard out here for a pimp. I can see, but god damn, bro, like, bitch, like, that's crazy. Yo, okay, look at this though. My child's mother knows, even if shit was really that bad, she would just text me and be like, yo, and she like, can you, hey, my check doesn't come till the 7th or this or that. Can you, and I know you're going shopping. Can you see, can you grab me something? I even do that in any way sometimes, just pick up an extra, whatever it is. Like there needs to be communication. That's the main thing about this video, is that as men and women, we need to communicate better. Okay. You don't need to expose the man trying to do the right thing.
That's exactly it. Like what it is you're causing drama. Yeah.
As two adults say, look, hi, I know you're working a lot. You don't have much. I appreciate this.
Right.
But and this all the other thing though, for that $10 right there, you can still go buy a pound or 2 pounds of chicken for $10. Okay, Ray?
True.
You can buy a 59-cent can of green beans, peas, corn. So look at though. I don't want to hear this. Oh, it's the cheapest thing. That's some scapegoat bullshit, dude. I grew up in a motherfucking trailer park, dog. You can fucking canned peas, like there should never be no actual for the people that say McDonald's is the cheapest thing that they can afford, or no, that's just the lazy fattest thing that you can afford. You're a lazy piece of shit, and that's all your vibration is that's the only vibration that like that to me that shows you're like that's also a spiritual vibration, bro. Like true spiritual people aren't eating fast food like that, dog. They're just not. And if you do, you're selecting your fast food. You're gonna go certain places.
Can I? Sorry, I don't want to. I got this train of thought. I'm a true believer.
Shout out to you, boy, man. Talking about these bitches, bro.
I'm a true believer that if you're a person, and because sounds to me just the way she came off, I'm a believer in blessings, bro. Well, call it corny whatsoever. I believe in that.
Yeah.
People that are like aware and comes off, they're always gonna be blessed, and especially the children. And this is what I've been thinking back. Now I'm going, when I remember when my kids were like, I don't know, 2, 6, and 9, or whatever that age group. You know what? Somehow, we were always able to give them something, provide them with something. It does nothing special, but never went hungry.
Right.
Never.
Well, and look, and shout out to Chino Boy too. No, that's what that dude was saying in the video. That's the exact thing that he asked was like, where they dad at? They ain't my kids, and
right.
And in the beginning, I was saying I've been in this situation, and that's in the fuck yeah, that bitch should be asking herself this and that. But even on a deeper level, going forward, I also would like to see, I don't want to make it necessarily a race thing, but we might have to. But no, we don't have to. This is
it's a poor thing.
Well, no,
it's a poor thing, bro. Let's be honest. It's a poor thing.
No, not what I'm getting ready to say necessarily. Okay. I'm going to say tribal thing.
Tribal.
And how you just said, when you were a kid, no kid went without, right? I hope on this night, on this podcast, this platform, and then whatever we got going in the future, the success, Chino Boy, man, you need to get signed, bro. You're gonna blow up, sign a deal, make some fucking bangers, and be one of the premier artists for the next decade coming out this motherfucking state, bro. So, with everybody's success, I would hope to get out of this where I could help, just people like this. What I'm trying to say is, let's say the dude pulls up, right? And yeah, what about you? You ain't feed him this and that, but like I said, communication. So in the future, man, this video and stuff, and people just like maybe the woman could communicate better with him and express her situation.
Yeah.
Look, I know these aren't your kids, but this is my situation. But also express to the man, I see what you doing, black man. I see what you doing. Any man, Mexican man, white man, I see what you doing. And I appreciate you. But ask for the help, and then also the man, not so much bravado, but like be like, and understand that if she asks you in that situation, you're not being the trick by helping those other kids. It's actually a boss move as far as this woman, this queen is still looking up to you.
It is.
Even though the other piece of shit abandoned those little bastard fuckers.
You know what, too?
She could still be, that man should still be looking at in a light of, you know what? I got this little extra 20. I am gonna get this little fucker some fries. Even if he said it like that, I'm gonna get this little nigga some fries. That's just my wish and stuff. And hey, if we can start a GoFundMe in the future for like a, hey man, what if we get this pot?
Oh no, it's already set in stone, brother man.
Let's do a
we blow up. We are actually going to put. I'm actually going to put a trust fund. Okay, a trust fund where every time whatever we put that away because that is for whoever community. Man, I'm telling you, man. I like.
I see. I've done some nice shit like that, but it's the obligation. Yeah, I told my big mom straight up, like, because there's some
seriously, man.
I would go home, and I'm a hardworking dude, man. Yeah, even though we share the home, but when I was in that situation, if I got a little something, sometimes I'm coming just with the 2 kids. I'm just bringing the kids shit to make them happy. And I'm not, and me something. And then my chick said, "You couldn't even bring me a drink." That's real nigga shit right there.
Yeah.
When you come in the house and you got shit for everybody except your woman, and she's like, "You couldn't get me nothing." Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I love you though.
Yeah,
that's the type of shit I would be on, if anything. But I've done both, man. Sometimes I'll just show up, me and my son eating, they're snacking. And check this out. Check this out. We're not looking at all sides, though. Okay. Now, speaking of poor, speaking of this and that, what if? Now, granted, it's McDonald's. I guess most kids. Now, see, my kid don't eat it, bro. I'm telling you, if you show up with some McDonald's, bro, he's gonna like literally look at you sideways, and he's gonna say like, "That's not good," just because that's the way I programmed him. But also in my situation.
You're raising my nephew to be like fast food snob. Is that what you're saying, my brother?
I'm just raising him to be conscious, my brother.
Oh, I get it.
Understand the valuable time and to stay away from the swine. You did.
That's true. No, get away from the swine, man. We don't need
drink
no
water.
Swine. No,
and
drink the
water. No,
yeah,
but
man.
No, man. So check it though. I knew that my stepdaughter, whatever, still call her my stepdaughter. In this situation, she was so goddamn piggy, bro. Now I'm talking about she don't even eat Subway. She like half the stuff I'm gonna bring. I'm talking about she don't even eat Panda Express. Like she's so particular that I'm not doing all that.
Wait, let me see. She just likes what? She like the basic food like nuggets and shit.
Dude, fucking.
Like, she'll eat like a bucket full of nuggets and shit like
when
that.
I was around, man, I'm talking about like just noodles and fucking like just
ramen, plain, like corn,
Chinese foods, bro. Just like a little bit of meat, like weird. But like my son just like chicken. You just say it's chicken. I tell him it's shrimp, but you tell him it's chicken, he'll eat the shit. You know what I'm saying? She'll eat baked chicken, but not this chicken, or not sweet and sour chicken, but not.
Dude, all my kids, I raise them to where they don't like. I don't like freaking picky kids. And I don't like picky kids. Yeah. I'm like, no, man. One day you got to, pork. I'm a little partial to that, but everything else, no, you're gonna eat what's on the table. And then if they don't eat it, I give them the guilty feeling like you ain't Filipino.
Yeah, that's how I was.
I give them like, because really, no, seriously, because you know what? It's like. And again, I don't want to be racist, but people of color, you said tribal. You know what? We come from a culture of like amazing food, and I'm not saying Europeans that they did too. But appreciate because food is good for you, man.
Yeah.
And being picky, that's a mindset, dude.
Yeah. Well, if you're picky in the right ways, like he's gonna be picky about the bad shit that he eats.
Picky in terms of like not eating the processed. Yeah, I get you. Too much sugar, I get it.
But he had a little strep throat.
But that's what I'm asking. That's like most picky kids are freaking. They'll eat nuggets all day long. Like there's nothing wrong. Like there is no nutrition. There is, but there isn't. I mean. No, you gotta like eat some vegetables and some fruits and some nuts and
I know. So maybe this guy was like kind of knew that, and he's not going to go through. Oh, but we don't know the three kid. Maybe one was a daughter, and she wants the burger with ketchup only, and then the other, just because it has a pickle. We don't know those intricacies. So maybe it could have been one of those situations where he's like, bro, I'm not even dealing with this bitch. I'm gonna go drop my kid off some food, and then she just happened to try to expose him. But
and you know what? You don't know if the dude's got like other kids from other baby mamas the same way.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Imagine this motherfucker like the hood Santa, just like growing through, like, I drop my one.
Yeah, man, and and he could be. And so when you have kids from too many people everywhere, that shit costs money, because them kids, no matter what, is gonna hit you up. And I'm not paying for whatever, but that guilt that's been hanging in your head, like, you got a child, and you don't even pay attention to this child. You don't even provide for that kills any person. I don't care who you are. That is human nature. That's what freaking ages you.
Yeah.
It's shit like that. That's the one that gets you sick.
Yeah. Nah, man, but to round it all out, I think, shout out to both of them, but shout out to the father for doing what the motherfucker thought. He got a kid.
Shout out to him. Absolutely. That's the
to
right
bring
thing. Yeah, feed your
his
child.
kid his responsibility. And I think men, you got to be upfront from the get-go. I'm talking about from the first date. I'm talking about, I let women know, I don't the first date, we're going Dutch, bitch. If I say, like, yo, I'll pay for the movie, you get the dinner if you want to.
But see, Dakota, there's some women out there that are just straight ignorant, though.
Now look,
no,
I'm not
ignorant, man.
No, they are, and trust me, I've been turned down a lot, and I've what the fuck? I put my foot in my mouth a lot. But there's also some things like, come on, man.
And obviously,
I'm not
ignorant.
I won't pay for nothing, but you know what I mean. Like you just have to set. As a man, you gotta set the standard, the boundary.
And you know what, too? The dude knew what he was getting into. He knew what he was getting into. I mean, there's some people out there, like women. The minute maybe you're hanging out someplace in the party and you're getting a little tipsy and everything, and next thing you know, coochie starts getting itchy and we'll get some, and this dude just happened to be roll up and everything, and whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but things like that.
I love these stories because it lets me know how dope I am and how my pullout game is the shit. And the one time I chose to release, I did my thing. I did God's I soiled the earth or whatever, and I could do it again, baby. But like, I'm not. I don't get caught up in that game.
My question to you though is this, because you're still kind of living that semi-single man life.
Yeah. Oh, I can get caught up, but I ain't.
Yeah, but you can sense the woman, what kind of woman she is, whether she's a responsible woman. That's why when I was single, I didn't like hanging out in freaking the bars and all that, because
it's like a motherfucker.
Because the girl could be like, she looks hot, of course, and I have a little gauge. Like, to me, it's like you got to know how to gig. But I'm not saying just because you're a decent person. Even at that, there's some women that, I can dance, and then they do the same fucking move all the time. Because why? Because they're so vain. They just want to get attraction and everything. I personally look at the dorkiest chick, but got the when I was single, the dorkiest chick that got rhythm, and because I know if they got rhythm, they can fuck and all that. And the fact that they're dorky, so they're not like, oh, I'm beautiful and all that. They're not like, I'm trying to, everybody want to buy me a drink. No, but underneath that, there's a mystery. There's something sexy about that person, and she's kind of an introvert, but yet she freaking dance, and she's fucking. You take her out. See, to me, that is a surprise. That is a surprise, and I'm a nerd. So we're gonna have some deep conversation, and that's another way I can gauge. It's like, if you can converse like mature shit or whatever, some nerd shit like that. But a lot of times it's kind of like, I know it. Oh yeah, girl. Hey, all we're thinking of as men is like tits and ass, tits and ass, tits and ass, tits and ass. I'm gonna get some cooch. Tits and ass. I'm gonna get some. You're not looking at the other consequence. Is this the kind of bitch that you get a one night stand and she's probably looking for baby daddies? That's another thing. Take it again. That's another thing. And there's some people like that. They're freaking just, cum nappers. You know, they'll freaking get impregnated and everything. So forever you're responsible for this child and everything. You know, and I can get into tangents, man, and that's why that versus Wade. I had a conversation about that with my wife and everything. I said, look, man, yeah, you know what? There's a time when I'm going, yeah, Roe, yeah, the woman is, yeah, I believe that, all that stuff. But I've experienced at a young age, my wife and I, the first child, we had it aborted. And I think she's more okay than I am. I feel like shit, bro. Because after we had our first son, I realized how much I love children, man. I love children very much so. I think when my kids were born and growing up, that's probably one of the few things I can do is I'm a good dad, you know? Like I love my kids, man. I took care of them and everything. And then but before that, we had one. And to some people, to me, they use it as a like, oh yeah, it's there, so we'll be able, so they lose respect. So it's like, how many women out there had like multiple abortions because it's convenient, they can do it. But you got to understand, that's a live person that could have been something. And after seeing my kids grow up and they become like starting to become an adult, I go, wow.
Um, yeah, I want to touch more on that tomorrow. And going, little bit in that.
And oh wait, another thing too. And then they were asking some guy on YouTube. They were asking some people about how you feel about Roe versus Wade. And check this out. There's this lady.
White genetic survival. White.
There's this lady, and the lady happens to be African American, happens to be
Yeah.
black. And she goes, and then the guy asked him about Roe versus Wade, and she goes, you know what? Actually, I understand it's their right whatsoever. I get that. He said, but for a person who's adopted, and the person said, oh, you're adopted, yeah. He goes, I'm just so thankful that my biological mother decided not to end me,
Yeah.
and because she's adopted, she lived this amazing. This, I guess, she seemed happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And after hearing that, I'm going, damn.
Yeah, it's so deep, oh my gosh. It's a good thing.
I mean, if you're gonna use it to abuse yourself, and if you're okay with that, there's something wrong with that. And I know some people that have multiple abortions. All it took for me was once. Once is enough. And to some guys, he probably don't care because it's not my body, whatever. Well, maybe I'm different, I love children. I pray for them every day.
Yeah.
And they're a gift. They're a gift, man. So
no, they are. I don't have an empathy feeling as far as that goes. I just,
yeah,
I think there's some things behind it. The thought of, for years, Planned Parenthood and everything, and the Margaret Sanger, the woman who started Planned Parenthood, she was like really into super hardcore racist, wanted to destroy black people and everything. And that's why they put them in hoods and different barrios and, different black and brown communities, and it made it easy to destroy brown people. But now I believe, I'm going to have some stats tomorrow. And they were saying like white women are leading in the abortions, and it's a part of the white genetic survival, and these states that are passing these laws are the ones that I guess the white women were getting rid of most, and it's a way for them to preserve the race.
I'm gonna tell you the real truth here. The whole world right now, we are actually going into like depopulation. China right now, like Japan is in a pathetic situation. Ain't nothing but old folks in Japan right now. Our world is getting older, and yet we're not really producing as many kids. We're not repopulating. We're not repopulating. They said that perhaps South America, some parts, but India probably the highest, but China is definitely getting old, and it's not populating. And they had that stupid one child law that one time. US, we had a spurt, but and and that's what Elon Musk said. When the minute you start depopulate the world is gonna go into a
Right.
decay. And why I say that is because the Americas years ago was a very fertile, very like full of life. Where we're living now, full of life, content. And then when the Europeans came here and killed about 50 to 60% of the native people living here because of plague. Now you can say, oh, because a white man's fault. I don't want to say that because the white man didn't know that either. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go there and kill everybody. They didn't know that. Man didn't know that. Man did not know that there are certain we didn't even know that. The way I see it is this. I think it was just meant to be. I think that's just part of history that was meant to be. It wasn't like, oh, we intend to do that and destroy. That's stupid. And I'm saying that because as a businessman, and America is a very capitalistic country from the very beginning. America, beautiful thing about it is this. This is the place to have a business. And we should be all be business people, no matter what that is. And people that were conquering they're into business. To lessen the people is stupid. It's unproductive. I want people because you find workers that will do shit for you, and you will grow faster.
Yeah.
Because people,
Well,
you want to make money, you got to have people.
I think that's a lot of it is what it is that the elites are realizing like, hey, this new generation that we've programmed and stuff, that come on, this generation doesn't want to go to war. Even the worst, like you have to be in dire straits, like you have nothing else to do, like we don't, even though we love this country, this even for my generation, bro, kids weren't lining up to go, like we don't have the infrastructure that we once did. And then okay, but what about China, right? Don't they kill every something if you have two or more kids? Like China just
they stopped that because they stopped that stuff a while back because they made a mistake. And see, that's the problem with China. And I'm gonna talk about China like a person.
That's not no more.
China is a fucking control freak. They're a freaking uptight, wound too tight, fake ass, don't mind if they cheat their own selves, no God fearing control freaks. That's how Mao situated it. Believing in freaking what Karl Marx said. Even the most dumbest person in this world, if you read at Karl Marx and forget about the name, forget about all this stuff, look at the character of the guy that wrote the freaking Communist Manifesto, which Mao and all these people read. It's stupid. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The reason why China is hanging on is because they have the population and their government has this system of like, oh yeah, they can control everything. That's great. I mean, a lot of good things are going to come up with China in terms of like shiny objects. But the problem is this, that shiny object only looks good on the eye. But you look at the mechanism of that shit right there, it's low budget. It's defective because that's how they are as a culture. On the outside, it's all glamorous and everything. But on the inside, it's all wackery. And then they're willing to fake their own funk. They're willing to lie about their successes. And that doesn't work. That may work. That propaganda bullshit might work temporarily. And you guys may believe your own bullshit. But in the long run, that shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And what Putin is trying to do with the whole Ukraine and all that stuff, and his whole hang up is he just wants to bring back, the old Russia and everything, all those 14 or 15 whatever parts of Russia that was that was separated from the Soviet Union because of the 1901 communist crash and everything, and then 15 countries came out of there. And what Putin realizes that he gave up Ukraine because Ukraine actually has, it's a trail for the oil and everything. But for him to start bombing infrastructures and all that, you know what? It's almost like it's setting the shit backwards. And I truly believe this, that no matter what, Our whole universe is not, it's controlled by already a presupposed situation. I call that God. I call that Jesus Christ. You can call it whatever you want. That's just the way it is. We think we're in control, but we're not in control. But wars and all that stuff, it's a source of cleansing, just like that's like the forest. You need forest fires because if you don't have forest fires, the trees are not going to regrow. And we're aging right now, so situations are going to happen. But to bomb infrastructure right now, it doesn't make any sense, Dakota. It fucking doesn't make sense. To kill people right now, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
you know.
well, if we're talking depopulation, though, that's something that they've been doing and talking about in terms of
Yeah, my
the
my
world.
question is this: why depopulate?
Well, because well, even I don't know if you follow the Georgia Guidestones and stuff, how they want to have the world. It's just simply to control. Like they want to have the absolute control as far as
Exactly.
they can't control like billions of people. They're trying the cameras, the smartphones, listening. Man, we're still decades away from like this backwoods in Nevada. You still lose cell service driving to Vegas, and like we're still light years from drones. But I don't know, and control for what? I don't know. Just simply just like sheep, so we can all be shot up and just like cattle, just herded and controlled and like manufactured, and the elite just worship their devils on their islands and sleep with babies and drink baby blood.
Yeah, no, it's going back, and then the U.S. has been around like 250 years or something like that, something 300 years and everything. So we're a young country.
Yeah,
We're a very young country,
yeah, man.
and we created this empire, and
Uh,
um,
yeah,
will
um,
we self destruct?
yeah. I think we will. It's happening, but hopefully, it'll be interesting though.
Will we be like the movie The Book of Eli? Is that what's going to happen to us? You think?
Something similar, man. But I see. I believe that they're programming us through all these movies from the get go. If you seriously, every movie, TV show, whether you can go on ABC, NBC, any of the big four, big five networks, any movie that's come out, I'm talking about Transformers, anything. It's all end of day. Even the Sonic, how Jim Carrey's Dr. Eggman, and he
Mm-hmm.
works for some black ops government um, elite crew, and he's trying to basically get the blue quill and dissect so he can have all the control and power, and it's all that.
So my question is this: you have all the control and power, and then what? And then what? And then what? That's my question. And then what? You have all the control and power, and then what? I
Is that
mean,
is that the
that's
all?
yeah. This is my take on this. I think what's going on right now is that we're going through a generation revolution. In other words, boomers are dying. My very small population of X gens, but and then the X and then the Y, the millennials and all that stuff. That's the next generation, pretty much like yourself. These are the ones that's gonna move forward. And I think right now there is just what you call um a generational cleansing
Mm-hmm.
where it's not going to be super bad, but I mean, you think about it, right now, okay, where we're sitting right now is that America luckily still has somewhat of a young population, so we did that right. And as much as we want to say, oh, the borders are this and that, the thing is this, um yeah, okay. They're gonna siphon the bad people. That's the same thing that happened in Cuba in freaking 1980 when all the Cubans freaking what do you call it? Felons and everything went to our shores and all that stuff and the cocaine and all that. Okay, great. But a lot of people from that population start their families in America, and there's a Cuban, and there's a very successful progressive Cuban culture here in America, which I believe added flavor, and you call it Haitian, whatever. I think it gave America a little bit more flavor, and then there's a huge African and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and this is what I love about this country is because we're recyclable.
Yeah.
We're recyclable. And number two, we're so self-sustaining. I just believe that right now there is a revolutionary, a cleansing, so-called, where the small, people like me, X generation, and what do we bring to the table? We may not be a lot, but we're fucking geniuses. We're freaking high. We're educated people. Like even they have some kind of educate because that's where it started from. You know, uh, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. I mean, these guys, no matter what you say, they're still within my generation. We were all educated. We were all educated, and so when you're educated, you're able to teach better.
Yeah.
Okay? And then because of our education system, the whole computer coding and all that stuff, that basically is going to preserve your son. Because if I tell you this right now, if you're anybody, and I'm using my nephew Dakari as an example. Say Dakari gets into this coding at its young age and software development and all that stuff. You look at all the multi-billionaires out there that we thought are so smart. They aren't really smart. Like Zuckerberg and all that. They might have IQ and they get high grades and all. They happen to be because they knew how to fucking code. That's what Elon Musk is. That's why when you talk to these freaking nerds, you take them off the TV. They're just regular guys like you and me. They're dumb motherfuckers too. They're just regular people. They're no longer this 3-piece. I came from the. No, it ain't like that.
Besides coding too, bro, because I've been hearing coding for a lot of years. It is a hot term, right? Let me play devil's advocate though. Just like being a rapper or ball player, right? Not every fucking kid is gonna code or gonna be like. Only thing I don't like is the people talk about the coding like it's the holy grail, like it's the fucking.
It's not.
But that's what the hype about it is. Like, oh, the coding, and man, I fucking hated computers when I was a kid, and we got enough. I get it. That's the way of the future. But what else could there be in the computer aspect?
I tell you what. This is what's gonna happen here, and this is just my thought. The person in the future is gonna have two things. They're gonna have the analog hobby, and they're gonna have the digital hobby. I'm talking analog hobby is like they like to fix cars, they like to do it yourself, they like to record, push, the analog, all that stuff, and that is just going to blossom because that's part of it's embedded in our DNA. We're creative, so we're gonna have the landscape, the one that just spends his time looking at birds, and you're like, "Fuck, that's so boring to me" and everything. But to someone that is like special, and then there's people in the digital. And when I talk about coding, there's so many different aspects of coding. Like I've always said to myself, like coding, damn, my eyes are bad and everything. But no, where I'm gonna come in is this. I only want to it's kind of like this. It's like coding to me is like learning another language. At least that's my perspective on it. It's like if I go to Mexico and I just go to Mexico and visit there as a tourist, how much more am I going to really, really understand the culture in that beautiful country if I knew a little bit of how to speak the language? I don't have to be fluent. I just have to be conversational.
That's with everything, though. That's what we're going.
And that's with everything. Exactly. Exactly. And because the fact of that coding or software development or whatever, it's global. It's like learning how to sign language. Like if you know how to sign language, forget coding, sign language. You can go anywhere in the world. Now, their sign there may be it's like a dialect, but you get it. It's a general conversation. That's the key. That's how I see it.
I get it. All right.
Yeah, but complete world self-destruction? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
50%. That's why we gotta have a bunker or something.
You know, because it doesn't make sense,
A
Dakota.
large portion is gonna go.
It doesn't make sense for you to. It doesn't make sense for me
Well,
to
even what if
bomb your dam.
not even if it's man-made? What about these droughts out here, dog? You have fucking
Oh well,
literally,
okay, the droughts and all that stuff.
literally
Again,
just some God cleansing, right?
well, you know what?
Because
Okay,
of this
I'm
literally no
gonna
water.
give an example.
Okay,
Okay, like
give another example, and then let's close out because
yeah,
we've already gone on 2:10. Let's do your point, and then I'll come back, and then we'll wrap it up.
okay,
You know,
like good example,
tomorrow,
the dam in
you know,
California. The dam
yeah.
in California. The reason why California has a freaking drought, yeah, it hasn't rained and all that stuff, and to me, my spiritual belief is saying that's part of that is probably punishment or whatever. But at the same time, too, California's infrastructure, the state government of California, hasn't been taking care of the water situation. They haven't been taking care of the forest situation, the ecosystem, all because of the whole, because now everyone that's been, and I'm not saying this, and I'm not saying, oh, they're not doing their jobs. The ones at the top
Yeah,
have
but
gotten careless.
yeah. No, I'm just saying. So you're saying the drought's man-made? I'm saying
No,
fuck
no, in the way
what if the natural disaster kills off like 70% of the earth or some shit, or Yellowstone blows, or you know what I'm saying? How they say like half the country will be gone.
are
Like
you saying because of natural causes?
yeah, just because maybe like I don't know. I'm just asking like maybe the evilness isn't gonna like we're not gonna get nuked and all this shit, but maybe they want to depopulate because the scientists know, hey, yo, we really are overcapacitated. That's why,
Yeah, no, you have.
We got
I agree.
like
I'm
basically the Earth is like pissed. We got way too much industrialization, smog. Like the Earth is naturally gonna fuck us over. Like just like shit. They said Mexico City is sinking at a rate, and something like in 80 years, Mexico City is going to be like.
can I? Okay, so I get all of that stuff, but this is just what I'm thinking. I believe that our world have gone to, like, in terms of whatever technology needs to be right now, to where it's gotten to a point to where it's almost like been almost perfected. Because after World War II, a lot of shit flipped and we discovered a lot of stuff, science and all that stuff. And what's happening is that our our technology has gotten way too big for our government. And the government, because they've been sitting on their ass and everything, just getting paid off of taxes, they didn't react and they weren't proactive. And now they're all freaking panicking and all that stuff politically. And now everyone is jeopardy. And that's what happens. It's like this. It's having two irresponsible parents. Kind of like what those couple is. I call them both irresponsible. It's like having it's like having irresponsible parents that's selfish, that will only feed themselves and never think about their child. That is what happened to our country. Maybe that is what happened to our world. And because America is really the number one, it's the head of the whole globe. That is what we've shown. We as a country, and consider ourselves parents, we have been a bad example for the whole world. We fucked up. That's what I think. And that's why we're going through all this bullshit. And because of the people you look at our freaking leader right now. Freaking damn, the dude is gonna be straight up. He ain't gonna be voted again. Like the whole time you became a president, motherfucker.
Harry's drinking again.
You ain't done shit.
Yeah, man. His president ain't shit. They're all puppets.
Yeah, that's why you and this thing that we're trying to do, we just keep doing it. We're gonna take some blows. That's we're gonna take a couple of kicks to the balls and freaking punch to the mouth. I get it, but we'll make it through.
Yeah, man. Here we are, man. We're gonna make it through. I just wanted to come through on a Wednesday. I just got amped up, and man, and you know, it's like shooting basketballs in the jumper, man. It's like, even though we practice, you know, day in, day out, man, sometimes we just gotta go, you know, go again.
Yeah, and you know what? There's so many things. There's so many things to worry about. You know what? It's already there. The thing is that just be the best you.
Be the best you, everybody. Thank you for the time tonight.
All right, man.
We'll see y'all tomorrow for the official PNR number 23. I'm going to be here laced up in the MJ jersey, and we're going to be getting it down cracking, talking about Disney, the history of Disney, how cartoons subliminally program the children. Because on Harris's Drinkin Again podcast, we care about the children.
Yes, it's all about the children.
We don't stand for that fuckery. So
all right, brother. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
We come through, do it like that one time. Harris is drinking again. Shit, got some money to spend. Take a hit, get some money to end. Get a hit. This bitch be tripping because the dad wanna come through, give us some McDonald's. I don't agree with the shit. She gotta get some money for some motherfucking time, so she be talking off the side of the neck. Disrespect, come through, waiting for her check. No respect. Once again, I'm just here to see my damn son. Got this bitch screaming out the top of her lungs, talking about what the fuck you ain't doing for my kid. Bitch, I'm here to feed my son. It's where I live. I don't give a damn. He come eat with me. When he's done, go back in the house and all right, man. We out this bitch, man. Another motherfucking one in the books, man. Harry's drinking again. Peace and love. Shamotas.